guys, it's Natalie Hodson. I'm here with MRM at Frasier Farms in Vista, California. We're going to be going inside today to get some of the ingredients for the recipes that we're going to be making later on today. But also, I'm going to go around the store and show you what a typical grocery store trip might look like for my family. Things that we eat and some tips and tricks for eating healthy while staying on budget. So a lot of times, like this grocery store has a lot of their produce outside, and usually the produce that they have on sale for that week, especially in the summer when it's nice outside, a lot of grocery stores will keep that out front to kind of entice people to come in. So when I buy my fruit for the week, I don't go to the store necessarily saying I'm gonna only get apples, strawberries, bananas, or whatever. I kind of look and see what is on sale, but what that store has on sale for the week. So it looks like these guys have cantaloupes for 88 cents. They have peaches and nectarines for a little under $1 a pound. Those are really good prices. So for my family, because peaches and nectarines are on sale, that's what we'll be eating for the week. Come on over. So I get asked a lot about buying organic. Should I buy everything organic? Does it matter? And this is kind of my personal philosophy. If you can buy everything organic, if you have the funds and the means to do that, then that's great. But a lot of people don't. I know we don't in our budget. So what I do is I kind of think, okay, am I going to be eating the skin in the produce? So things like strawberries or nectarines, blueberries, those are things where you eat the skin. Things like bananas, avocados, where you're not eating the skin, to me, I don't worry as much about getting those things as organic. So we're inside here at Frasier Farms, and whenever I go into any grocery store, I kind of take an inventory of where things are at, but for the most part, you're going to want to shop on the perimeter of the grocery store. And I hear that, you hear that a lot, but basically, you're going to be looking for more whole foods, not like a lot of prepackaged things. So a lot of times the fruits and vegetables, the milk, the eggs, the cheese, all those things are on the outside of the store. And then the aisles on the inside is where you're going to have like your packaged chips, your soda pops, and your frozen dinners and all those kinds of things. So for the most part, try to stay on the outside of the perimeter and then get a few things on the inside. That's kind of my general rule of thumb. Okay, so I have my recipe pulled up here on my phone. Sometimes it's easier if you print it out, but I just have it here on my phone. For the chicken chili today, we're gonna need some spices, and so this store is really awesome because they have spices that are in bulk, which I love because then you don't have to buy a whole container of spices if you just need a teaspoon or a tablespoon. And usually it's a lot more cost effective if you can buy them in bulk like this. So a lot of times when you're getting spices, they're going to be in alphabetical order, so that way it's a little bit easier to find what you're looking for. So here we're going to get cumin. Cumin is used a lot in chilies. It kind of has a little bit of a smoky flavor. And we just need a teaspoon of that. Next we're going to get chili powder. It looks like there's a lot of different options at this store for chili powder. So we have chili powder dark fiesta, New Mexico chili, chipotle chili powder. I've never tried those, so for this recipe we're just going to use regular chili powder. Alright, and lastly we're going to get garlic powder. So we're using garlic powder in this recipe. A lot of times you'll see a lot of my recipes call for fresh garlic. You can use fresh garlic and not the pre-packaged minced garlic, but actually mince your own garlic. It just makes such a difference in the flavor when you're cooking. It really adds so much flavor when you're using fresh garlic. But you can have a lot of fun looking at these spices and figuring out, that's one of the things that I learned when I started eating a lot healthier, is that instead of using really heavy and rich condiments or cheese to make my food taste better, I really started getting creative in the kitchen and playing around with a lot of spices. My husband makes fun of me all the time because my spice cupboard, he's like, Natalie, stop buying more spices. But I just love playing around with the different flavors and like seeing what tastes good together. And trust me, I've had my share of bad combinations too. But look at recipes online, or sometimes just open these and smell them and just think, okay, I think this would go good with this meat or whatever. So some grocery stores have bulk sections like these. I usually don't get things from this section. Trail mixes, I used to think trail mixes were really healthy, but then I looked at the ingredients and they usually have a lot of sugar, peanuts, dried fruit have a really high sugar content. So I don't really use trail mixes very much anymore unless it's like just nuts. We're here in the produce section. This is my favorite section of the store. I love trying out different fruits and vegetables and trying new things. We eat a lot of potatoes at our house. We usually do sweet potatoes or yams. So as you can see, this is a yam, and this is a sweet potato. Most stores call yams sweet potatoes, but it doesn't really matter. Both are really good for you. They taste almost exactly the same. So we usually just get the yams because that's what most stores have, even though they call them sweet potatoes. So, and then I also like cooking with red and white potatoes sometimes. We like roasting those and mixing it up that way, but we usually do sweet potatoes or yams. Like I was talking about earlier, should you get organic or should you not? A lot of stores will have an organic section. Like this whole section right here are organic foods, and then over here are the non-organic, conventionally grown. So what I usually do is just skim the prices and take a look and see, you know, what the difference in price would be to purchase organic versus not, and then I do, you know, then I just do the quick decision in my head. Okay, let's do organic for this or organic for that. Getting fresh herbs can be a really easy way to make your meals just have so much flavor, and they're not, a lot of times they're not that expensive. This whole bunch of cilantro was 49 cents. Now, if you don't think that you're going to be able to use a whole bunch in time, one little tip is you can actually take whatever you have left over and tie a string around them and hang them upside down, kind of like what I used to do in junior high with the roses that I would get from boys or whatever. And once they're dry, then you can just chop them up and put them in a Ziploc bag and use that, you know, dried cilantro in your recipes later. We're going to be making chili. I'm just going to get some beans for the chili, and it looks like here they have pretty good price on organic beans. You know, if you're at a store and there's a significant price difference, again, I don't necessarily have to get organic beans. But so we're just going to get black beans, red kidney beans, and pinto beans. So you can, if you don't like one of those kinds of beans, you don't have to use these. These are just the kinds that I like, so we're going to use this in the chili today. This store has red bell peppers for $1 right now, 25 cents each. That is like an amazing deal. Normally bell peppers are about $1 each. So like if I were at the grocery store shopping for my family this week, I would look at this and I would say, okay, we're going to be eating bell peppers this week because they're really cheap. So I would probably make, you know, I'd start thinking, okay, what can I make with that? We could do stuffed bell peppers, or we could do like stir fry where you cut up peppers and saute them. So that's kind of what I do is I come to the store, I look at what's on sale, and then I think, okay, let's plan our meals around that so we can stay within our budget but still get all our fresh fruits and vegetables into our diet. So here's a little taste of typically how I shop when I go grocery shopping. We got the ingredients for the chicken chili that we're going to make here in just a little bit, and also one of my favorite protein shakes. So Frasier Farms is a really cool store. They have lots of organic food, a lot of healthy options, but you can eat healthy and make good options no matter what store you're shopping at, even if it's Walmart or your local grocery store or wherever. The key is just to, the two main things I would say is focus on the foods that are on the perimeter of the grocery store, and just really get in the habit of, if you're going to buy something that's prepackaged, just turn around and read the ingredient list, and make sure that the foods you're eating have ingredients that you're familiar with.